You're watching Dad vs. CPS. Thanks for tuning in. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you better hit that bell because things are about to get real interesting. How's it going, everybody? You're watching Dad vs. CPS. Michael here. Okay, so I'm going to be showing y'all today a better version, right? Because I uploaded this video already and they just look kind of crappy, so just wanted to do it again. But I wanted to show y'all David Jose's files and how they look like, because I got them from the Supreme Court of Arizona. And how did I do this? Well, I actually reached out to the clerk of the court for the Supreme Court of Arizona, and she emailed them to me, right? And because that's all I did, right? All I put was, my name is Michael Cadena. I am requesting all records from the Supreme Court, cause number HC 180013. Right, where the plaintiff or petitioner was David Watson versus defendants named Greg McKay, Director of Arizona Department of Child Safety. You may contact me here via email or directly on my phone number. I was trying to download them on Pacer, but could not find them on Pacer. At least not the Supreme Court of Arizona. If there is a cost, please let me know, or feel free to call me if any questions arise. Best regards, Michael Cadena. Right, and so the clerk actually emailed me back, right, and this is what she had put, right. So and this was it's a guy, it's Jeff Dickerson, my bad, right. But anyways, yeah, the court operations manager, okay, operations Supreme Court clerk's office. So, and this is the email that was sent to me. Why is it doing that? Okay. And as you can see, there was 11 attachments. This is everything that was sent to me. So I just want you all to see. And all these files are available in the description, in the link in the Google Drive. Okay. So that's what was sent to me. Alright. So now I'm going to jump back over here and I want to show you. Okay, this is the actual email from the clerk. Okay. So I want y'all to see these files. So I'm going to start downloading them one by one and we're going to go through them. So we're going to start on the very top left. And I'm going to click that one, and I'm going to hit download, right? Just to make sure that I get it. There it is. Let's see. Let's open that one up. All right, so then here's this one. So then this one was obviously, this one is received on July 3rd, 2018, and this was filed by David Jose Romero Watson. You can tell who filed this document because on the top left corner you'll see the name of the person who's filing this document. That's just the way it works, right? Okay, so obviously, and then there's his address at the time. Let's see. So this was he titled this document "Errors in McKay Filing Address." Okay. So I'm not gonna read all of these files, guys. Okay, because I just want to show you these files. I will make another video going through all the pages, right? But I'm just going to go scrolling through it real quick just so you can maybe press pause. Like, press pause right now, right? And then you can fast forward it. Okay. And just keep in mind, guys, that he didn't win any of his cases, especially in the Supreme Court. Okay. Okay. This has how many pages does this have? 6 pages. Okay, that's it. You know what? I'm going to move me over here. Maybe that's a little bit better. So we can see the page. Okay, so then that's the first one. So now let's go back to the next one. Okay. So We're going to click on the second one. And let's download it. Make sure that we have it. And let's open it up. Oops. There it is. Okay. So here's this file. So this one's called a minute letter. And this is from the Supreme Court. And this one says, "Greetings. The following action was taken by the Supreme Court of the State of Arizona on July 30th, 2018, in regard to the above referenced cause. Ordered motion for findings of fact, conclusion of law, and an appropriate judgment therein, receipt of documents denied. Okay. Further ordered request for requirement for expedited hearing, denied. Further ordered application and a petition for order for writ of habeas corpus, denied. A panel composed of Chief Justice Bells, Justice Palander, Justice Gould, and Justice Lopez participated in the determination of this matter. Janet Johnson, clerk. To David Watson. Don Ranchell Williams, tell." Alright, so let's go back to my email. So now we're on the third one. And let's download that one. And make sure that we have it open. Okay, so this one was received on August 3rd, 2018. And this one is going to be, this one's titled very long. For whatever reason why he titled it that long, it's ridiculous. Okay, so that's what it's called. Right? Notice of court, objections filed against the court's deprivation of rights under 42 U.S.C. Section 1983, demanding the court to provide clarification of the evidence of jurisdiction it relied upon to suspend the petitioner's constitutional right to file a writ of habeas corpus against the restraint of the petitioner's liberty without due process of law, secured by the Article 1, Section 9, Clause 2, and 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution. Right? To duty justice, Supreme Court of Arizona. Now, guys, I'm not going to read all this, okay, because this one's 12 pages, but I am going to scroll through it so that maybe you can press pause and you can read it yourself. But remember, all these files are going to be in the link in the description. Okay, so let's just go through it, and I'll go through it more or less kind of slow. If you ask me, it looks like he's just copy, pasting all this stuff here. Because remember, guys, David Jose is a cut copy specialist. He's a cut, copy, paste warrior. Let's see. "12 pages, guys. 12 pages. Alright, we're on page 7. Quite interesting stuff, huh? None of this worked. None of it. Objection to the great writ. A writ of habeas corpus is a constitutional right, not a request, nor asking the court for permission to remedy a unconstitutional. And they denied it, right? It's crazy right there. It says it cannot Let me see. The undersigned is entitled to clarification of the evidence this court relied upon to suspend this constitutional right, and if it cannot, it must grant relief under Federal Rule 60b-4. Dismissal of a federal habeas petition is a particularly serious matter, for that dismissal denies the petitioner the protections of the Great Writ entirely, risking injury to an important in human liberty. And then he's quoting some case law right there. But they dismissed it completely, right? Okay. Alright guys, now let's go back to my email. And we're on the fourth one, which is this one. Okay, so, and let's download that one. There we go. And let me open it. And I'm doing that just so it doesn't close, because I was trying to do it earlier and they kept on closing on me, right? So I have to download it. So that's the fourth one. So here we go. So this one is in order. Okay, this one's going to be one page. So let's just read that one real quick. So this one was filed on August 7th, 2018. It says, on August 3rd, 2018, Petitioner Watson filed a notice to court objection filed against the court's deprivation of rights under 42 U.S. Section 1983, demanding the court to provide clarification of the evidence of jurisdiction it relied upon to suspend the petitioner's constitutional right to file a writ of habeas corpus against the restraint of the petitioner's liberty without due process of law, secured by Article 1, Section 9, Clause 2, and 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution. Basically, that long document that he had filed. This document is being treated as a motion for clarification / motion for reconsideration. After consideration, it is ordered denying the motion. Right? So dated this 7th day of July 2018. And this was by John R. Lopez, Duty Justice. Right? So that's what that is. So now let's go back to my email. And now we're on the fifth one. Okay, so that's going to be the one on the top all the way to the right. And then let's download that one. And now it's downloading. And now let's open that one. There it is. Alright, let's make it a little bit bigger. Alright, Dave cares for you at gmail.com. Alright, Supreme Court cause number HC-18-0013. This was received on March 27, 2018. Okay, guys. So obviously this was filed by David Jose Romero Watson, because that's what it says on the top left corner. Top left corner. Alright, so this one is going to be an application and petition for order for writ of habeas corpus. Okay, so this one's going to be 14 documents, guys. So I'm not going to read all this, but there will be parts where I probably do stop and just to read out if it looks interesting. But guys, all these documents are going to be in the link in the description. Okay. So let's go do it. A client has had parental rights terminated without being served notice from hearings from the beginning. The real story, guys. The real story. Right. It says, around December 29th to the 30th of December 2016, TCJ, that's Taylor, guys, that's his stepdaughter, was caught by her biological father with a stolen netbook belonging to the younger Watson little ones, right? So already, he's already putting blame on Taylor, right? That she was caught with a stolen notebook, right? Belonging to his other kids, right? That's by his father, right? His real father, right? Like like the real father is just gonna snitch her out, right? Okay. So stepfather David Watson and his wife Brandi Watson questioned TCJ, which is Taylor, about use. Upon opening the device, indecent pictures of TCJ Taylor were found inside the device. So that's kind of awkward, you know what I'm saying? To me, he's just throwing the blame on Taylor, right, for something that was caught on her apparently that was caught on her device. I don't think that's the way it happened. I really don't. I think those pictures were really put on there by David Jose. That's their netbook, whatever. So when questioned about the pictures that were sent to multiple young males, TCJ came up with a story that was based around a friend who came to visit the school. Alright, so guys, this is going to be very interesting. I want y'all to read it. I'm not trying to make this video too long. Okay. But this is going to be telling some crazy stories. Alright. So this one is 14 pages. Within this document, okay, you will see where David Jose is trying to rebut, right, object to what the caseworker had written. The caseworker had actually filed a 153 affidavit, and then within that affidavit, okay, the caseworker was putting on how the stepdaughter Taylor had mentioned that David Jose had put a pistol in her mouth, to her throat, and on her lips. And let's see, it's right here. Here we go. Let's see. See if we can get the mouse right here. Okay, so he then feeds her story again. He says on page 96, that's the affidavit that the caseworker wrote, which is connected to 95 of 153 in the exhibit. The first time he asked you to hold a gun to your throat, she says again, the second time I got in trouble. On page 101 of 153, there is a even more confusion, right? This is David Jose writing all this, right? The second time I got in trouble, on page 101 of 153, there is even more confusion. Oh, sorry, I just read that twice. Sorry. Line 11, she says, he just put a gun in your mouth. Yet in the report to DCS, she first says David Watson forced her to her knees and placed his gun in her mouth. In one of the reports, sealed record, the caseworker essentially says David Watson showed erratic behavior as if it was alleged he shoved his gun in stepdaughter's mouth. Damn. Right. This shows that her first story to one fabrication, as revealed. So he's just trying to I don't know what he's trying to do. He's attempting to destroy what Taylor had said, right, and what the caseworker had wrote. Let me see. Has showed erratic behavior as it is alleged he shoved his gun in stepdaughter's mouth. This shows that her first story to one fabrication, as revealed to one worker, is that a gun was forced in her mouth. This doesn't make sense, as both of these allegations were known to exist at the same time, right? Yet DCS only shows the first one. In line 15 of page 101 of 153, TCJ claims that she thought that maybe he was going to make me kill myself. And this is what Taylor's saying, right? When he walked back in, now she is placing David Watson as not in a room with her. After Mr. Ives, that's Mike Ives, right? The caseworker too, attempted to ask if she recalled anything about when the gun was in her mouth, referring to taste or smell, then she claims that no gun was in her mouth. It was just on her lips. So there wasn't much of a flavor, she guesses. Page 102, and he's just jumping back and forth and back and forth. So it's hard to understand the story, it really is. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll through this, guys. So that's on page 7. Okay, so if you want to see that one. And remember, guys, this is a habeas corpus, right? This is a petition and application for habeas corpus. This is supposed to be commanding an officer or any officer to bring forth, right, whoever it is that you're trying to bring to court, right? Commanding like a sheriff, the sheriff, or whoever's in control and possession of the children to come to court. Instead, he uses the habeas corpus as almost like an affidavit, right? Just rebutting everything, right? And in no way does he attempt to even ask for the kids to be brought to court, and which is what this is supposed to be, right? Page 11. I hope I'm not going too fast. Okay, page 13. Alright, let's go back here. Now we're going to be in the middle on the left. Okay, and we're going to download this one. There it is, and open it. And zoom in. Okay, so obviously this document right here is going to be filed by David Watson, right? Obviously. Okay. So, and this was filed on April 9th, 2018. This is in the Supreme Court of the State of Arizona. This was going to be motion for findings of fact, conclusions of law, and an appropriate judgment therein. So this one's 3 pages. Okay. Comes now the petitioner Christine Watson, a minor, by and through his next friend David Watson, his father, affiant herein, undersigned, and moves this court to enter an order granting findings of fact, conclusions of law, stated separately, and an appropriate judgment based thereon pursuant to Rule 52A, Arizona Rules of Civil Procedure, and R sections 41 through 1063, right? 1092.07 F7. All right, so he's just citing some laws right here. And none of this worked, guys. None of it. Right. Okay, so let's go back to my email. And now we're going to be in the second row on the second document. Okay, and let's download this one real quick. And then let's open it. Okay, zooming in. So this is just a receipt of documents, is what it looks like. So documents received: application and petition for order for writ of habeas corpus, writ of habeas corpus, order for writ of habeas corpus, warrant for immediate production. Right, hand delivered by David Watson. Right, on 3/28/18. And that's who it was received by. Okay, so now let's go back to my email. We're going to be on the third document in the middle. I'm sorry. Sit down. Did we just read this one? I think we just did. My bad. Fourth one. Here we go. Let's download it. Okay. Didn't open. There it is. Okay, guys, so this one was filed by David Jose Romero Watson again. This was filed and received on June 18, 2018. This one, he titled it "Requirement for Expedited Hearing." I guess he was wanting a hearing to be, come quickly, expedited. Notice of error pro per status, not pro se. So he doesn't want to be called pro se. He doesn't want to be called pro per. but that's what the courts recognize, right? Guys, I don't know how else to put this, but if you're going into court and you don't have any representation, any counsel, any attorney, you are pro se, and that's just the way it is. Okay, you can't try to go in there sue jurors or all these other things that it's pro se. That's just what it is. You're a pro se litigant, right? If you're doing this on your own. Okay, so and he's arguing this with the court, right? So this one's 4 pages. All right. Next friend, David Watson, having been duly sworn, presents his case as a man in propria persona, right? A proper person, and not as pro se. Let's see. This video is gonna. I don't want this video to be too long. I'm right at the 25-minute mark. So let me go through these documents pretty quick. Hopefully not too quick. Okay, so that's 4 pages. Alright, let's go to my email. Okay, and now we're going to be on the last one, on the middle row. And we're going to download that one too, and we're going to open it. Okay, so this is going to be from Mark Brnovich. Yep. Okay. So this was DCS notice of no brief. Okay. And this is what they wrote. Okay. So respondent Gregory McKay, Director of Department of Child Safety, DCS, or the department hereby gives notice that he will not file a brief in the above captioned case. Petitioner David Watson parental rights to his child, CW, were terminated on March 19, 2018 in Maricopa County Juvenile Court, case number JD 33746. Therefore, the appropriate remedy for Mr. Watson is an appeal from that order. Arizona Rules of Procedure, JUV CT 103. However, if this court believes that additional briefing by DCS would be helpful, DCS stands ready to comply with the court's request. Respectfully submitted, this 26th day of June 2018, Mark Brnovich, Attorney General. So that's what this was filed. 2 pages. All right. So let's go to the last one. My email. And this one right here is all this one's going to be is just the docket. Because I asked in my email, remember? Let's check it out though. Because what they send me. And you have to specifically ask for these things, okay? I already know to ask for it. So, anyways, so this is from the Arizona Supreme Court. This was filed from, remember, as a habeas corpus. That's how he started the case, right? So that's what HC would stand for, habeas corpus -18-0013. David Watson versus Greg McKay. Okay, so this is the docket for that case. Okay, so the case was filed on March 27, 2018, and it closed on the 30th of July. So let's just do that. That's March. Okay, so that's April, May, June, July. So it's about 4 months that he lasted, right? Better than he did in federal court, I'll tell you that. But they didn't hear anything. They just closed it. Habeas corpus thing didn't work. So David Watson, next friend of CW petitioner. Okay, so let's go through this. Case closed. Decision rendered. So this is just everything that was filed, right? When you ask for the docket list, it gives you every single document that was filed, right? In his case or whatever case you're trying to look at, right? So always ask for the docket list, right? So you can know how many files were, the number of files that were filed, right? Documents. Okay, so there it is. Let me zoom out a little bit so I can see that. So I'm just gonna go through it real quick. Okay, guys, so I've uploaded all of these files on my Google Drive. Okay, so I want to show y'all the drive. Let's see if I can move this over here. Put it right here. Okay, guys, so these are the files. I've already put them in order. Okay, so if you look on the very top left, as you can see, this one right here, that's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Okay, so guys, please be sure to check out the link in the description and view these files for yourself. And just remember that the outcome of this case with David Jose Romero Watson was that he lost. Right, he lost in the Supreme Court. He didn't get his kids back. His habeas corpus didn't work. Neither any other document that he's ever used has actually ever worked. In federal court, he has lost too. Okay, and he lost in his civil case in state court, and he lost in DCFS dependency court. So he's lost 4 times. Okay, and he hasn't worked. All right, whatever he's been trying to do. So guys, please be careful when you're dealing with this guy, because he's a grifter. That's straight up what he is, right? And he sells you the idea of something good, and he makes money off that. He does. Okay, see, he's selling classes for like $200 for affidavits, but before that, you have to buy a PMA membership for $50. Okay, so it's all about money, really is. Okay, he hasn't even gotten his own kids back. He's used his own documents, and they have failed repeatedly. So guys, be careful and be on the lookout for him or anyone else, any fraudster out there that's offering PMA memberships, okay, classes, seminars, webinars, okay, or anything of that such or nature, and they haven't even gotten their kids back. Okay, just think about that. Anyways, thanks for watching, and thanks for tuning in. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Alright guys, love ya.